Hi, it's Judith here again on Thursday around lunchtime, and yeah, not a bad day, not a sunny day, bit cloudy, but not raining yet. I don't know why I keep giving you a weather forecast. It's because I'm looking out the window, so it seems the most obvious thing to start with. Okay, talking about starting, yes, I'm in my cabin and getting used to the routine of seeing clients face to face, wearing a lovely visor which does everything for the hair. And it has taken a bit of getting used to, as I said last time, but yeah, I'm getting there. And what I'm seeing people for, not just face to face, but online as well, in some instances is dealing with the effects of COVID-19 and more particularly lockdown. So some physical issues, if you like, which may be related to emotional issues as well. Putting on weight. I was in a meeting one day when they were talking about the COVID stone. So I think people have found it hard or harder to eat healthily. I mean, in the early days, shopping was a bit of a problem, particularly if you were trying to go out as little as possible, and certainly if you were shielding. I know I got very frustrated with shopping deliveries, and I like to eat a lot of fresh vegetables and fruit, and you know, they bring you a whole load of stuff, all of which has to be eaten within 2 or 3 days. Now, you can stretch that a little bit, but it's really hard sometimes if you're not able to just nip out to the shops to keep yourself in fresh fruit and vegetables. So some physical difficulties maybe, or some practical difficulties, but also a complete change of routine, a lot of uncertainty around health and jobs and money, and some stressful situations, you know, 2 people working at home with kids to be homeschooled as well, or 1 person working on their own at home with 2 kids to be homeschooled, or just 2 people working at home on their own when they're not used to being with one another 24/7. So lots and lots of reasons why people have turned to food for emotional comfort. And in some cases, just boredom. You know, they're not able to do the things that they usually do. Initially, we were limited on exercise. So for people for whom exercise was really important, particularly if they were regularly going to the gym, that became quite difficult. You know, going out for a walk or a run, okay, once a day, maybe wasn't enough for them. So lots and lots of reasons for turning to food or drink. And the other problem that I have seen is excessive drinking. Yeah, I think people fall into 2 camps as far as my experience is concerned with friends. They're either drinking more or they're drinking less. I'm very much a social drinker. I don't drink on my own. I don't know why I'm not addicted to alcohol, because I really enjoy it. And I'm an ex-smoker, and I certainly have had food addictions. So yeah, I just thank my lucky stars that alcohol never came into that category for me. So yeah, and even on a Zoom call when other people are drinking, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, because you're still fundamentally on your own, aren't you? But, you know, so I have had the opportunity in my social bubble to enjoy some social drinking, not to excess, but, you know, a couple of gins. But for some people, it has become a real crutch. And again, sometimes through boredom, and it seems very strange, but yeah, sometimes through boredom, sometimes through stress or upset. Often people who were probably drinking a bit too much anyway have just drunk a little bit too much more. Or for some people, it's just been the total change in routine. And then, of course, we come to the mental and emotional effects of lockdown, of COVID-19, and of the uncertainty that has caused. So people worrying about going back to work. Had a conversation with somebody last week about she's been off, since the end of March, 1 week before that, and I think in fact she's been off since the middle of March and has no planned date for going back yet, and is really worried about getting back into routine and what it will be like in the office when she goes back. And I think we lose confidence. It's 4 months. If I'd stopped doing what I do for 4 months, I think I would be feeling a little bit apprehensive about starting up again. Can I really do this? Issues about getting there, maybe, particularly if you have to rely on public transport. And obviously concerns about, how long will you have a job, even if you do go back to work at some time in the not too distant future. And then there are other emotional and mental effects of health concerns. If anybody is prone to health anxiety, then this pandemic will have thrown them into a lot of turmoil. And as I've already mentioned, relationships and having children at home and living in a confined space with people that you normally aren't with 24/7 can make or break relationships. And I think, my heart and my admiration goes out to anybody who's been trying to work and homeschool under whatever circumstances, because that must have been horrendously difficult. So, lots for me to do, lots of problems, issues arising from what's happening. And I don't think these are going to go away quickly, because the uncertainty around health and jobs and businesses is going to be with us. I was thinking this morning when I was thinking about, my new regime in my cabin, and the cleaning that I have to do afterwards, which is not my favourite activity. I could still be doing this in a year's time. I would not be surprised if I am still operating in that way, face to face, still in a year's time. So, you know where I am if you're suffering from any of the effects or after effects of COVID-19 or the after effects of lockdown. Just have a chat with me. I'm not going to do a hard sell because it's not in my interest. I'm happy to chat with people, and in fact, if you want to, I'm happy to spend half an hour with you on the phone or more if you need it, just to see what's going on with you and tell you how I would help you if I think I can help you, and if you're interested in help, or just an opportunity to talk or to learn a couple of techniques maybe to help you. So remember that I am available for free sessions, so just get in touch. My contact details are all over the place, but my telephone number, if you wanted to phone or text, is 07881 620 586. And if you need me, I really look forward to hearing from you. Okay. And until I'm back here again, please take care, stay safe, and stay well. Bye.